Hey guys, I'm back with Tom Sherman, Benchmark Mortgage. Hey Tom, how
Hey
are
guys,
you
how are y'all
doing?
doing?
Good, good. Hey, I love this Mortgage Minute, this update. You know, since we talked last week, man, it seems like there's a lot of these exterior factors going on that seems to be would be kind of causing the consumer to go, hold up, wait a second. Do we need to be concerned about whether we're buying or selling right now?
Yeah, that's a great question, Dan. And I will tell you that in most cases, any kind of significant news that creates anxiety in the market is a signal to just kind of step back and don't make any decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, something like we've got right now with Russia and Ukraine is one of those significant type events.
Mm-hmm.
So a pending invasion, well, actually, I guess the invasion has actually occurred now. So what does that actually mean? Could signal all kinds of negative financial information to the European markets as well as to the U.S. markets.
Okay.
Typically, when that occurs, you see what's called a flight to quality, which means money starts leaving the stock market and flows into the bond market. Okay.
Yeah.
We also typically would see situations where people stop making large financial decisions. They don't, buy a house, they don't sell a house, they don't buy a car, they don't sell, they don't do things that are significant because they're waiting to see what's going to happen. Excuse me. What we've got going on right now, which is really kind of interesting for me, is that we've got this news about what's happening in Ukraine. And obviously that's a concern and you feel terrible for the Ukrainian people and everything that's going on there. But the reality is we're not seeing that big of a concern in the financial markets. We've definitely seen the stock market pull back a little bit. We've seen a little bit of a correction in that area. We've seen interest rates edge up a little bit, obviously much higher than they were earlier in the year. But it seems to me that the markets are really kind of shrugging this news off. And I personally think that's because of the fact that everything else in the economy is looking really, really good.
Okay.
You've got wage growth that's through the roof. You've got, massive appreciation in real estate values. You've got, the stock market, while we're down definitely since the beginning of the year, the last 12 months have been incredible. We've got tons of job openings. We've got less than 4% unemployment. Everything else out there is really very, very positive. And I think the market is just kind of shrugging this off. Even concerns about, gas being $5 a gallon and all that kind of stuff is really not creating an immediate pressure that we would normally expect.
Okay.
What that means, and nobody, if anybody had a crystal ball on this, it would be, great. But what I believe that means is that if this goes on for a extended period of time, we could definitely start seeing some bigger impact. But right now, with where it's at, I think the assumption is that it will go on for a little while. They'll probably come up with some sort of solution, and then it'll be back to business as usual.
Okay.
Real estate wise, Dan, we're still predicting a 10+% appreciation in the DFW market in the next 12 months. Now, is that good or bad? Well, from an inflation perspective, obviously that's bad. Mm-hmm. If you own a home, that's really good. If you're buying a home, that's incredible, right? I mean,
buying a home in which way? Incredible.
Well, I mean, everything.
Terribly hard.
It's really hard, but if you end up being one of the lucky winners, it's a guaranteed rate of return, right?
Yeah.
So what we're finding is that people are willing to take some of their money that they may have made in the stock market the last couple of years, and they're using that to leverage it into real estate right now.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying, Dan, tap the brakes, everything's fine. That's what we need to be taken as a message if we're a buyer or even if we're a seller right now.
Today, that's exactly what I'm saying. Don't allow the news to get you scared or worried. Based on everything we're reading and everything we're seeing, I don't see it right now as anything that should cause us to alter our decision-making process.
Awesome. All right, guys, you heard it right here. Mr. Sherman with Benchmark Mortgage. Tom, if they want to reach you, how do they reach you?
Yeah, best way is email. It's tom.sherman@benchmark.us. tom.sherman@benchmark.us. You can also call me at 713-0902.
Awesome. Guys, hey, we're going to be bringing this on a weekly basis, or as the updates come along that have an impact on the market. Tom, I appreciate your time, and
Thanks,
we'll look
Dan.
forward to catching this coming week. All right.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
All right. Thank you.